Okay, well, something came in the mail today. This is an Accutronics spring reverb tank, and this one is actually, it comes with the correct reverb bag, although that's a little rough. It doesn't really matter to me. This is the actual reverb tank that would have been out of a Peavey Bandit, so we already have the correct connector. So super that we were able to find this on the scrap pile of some other vendor. We were able to negotiate. The shipping price was really bonkers, but we discussed it and we agreed that whatever the shipping came to actually would be the cost. So we did okay, and we have a reverb tank. Now I did put, I know these put out like microvolts, they don't put out doodly squat for voltage. So I did put my oscope on both sides here at a range of 0.1 millivolts, and I gave it a little bit of a jostle, and it looks like we're getting voltage from both sides, so I'm fairly certain this tank's going to be fine. So I'm just going to basically install it, put it in the bag, screw it to the bottom later, but let's just plug it into the amp and make sure it reverbs. Okay, so I've got the amplifier turned on, and I turned the reverb up like halfway or something, and I can definitely hear it reverberating, so it's doing what it's supposed to do there. Now the question is does the drive half of it? So we know the output part works. Let's try the input part. So let's turn the reverb back down, plug in here. And yes, it does. So very good. We were able to get a used working reverb that is appropriate for this amp and includes the bag. So we'll screw this into place and put the back on it, and we can call this unit ready to test and demo. That was easy. Okay, and here is our completed amplifier, the Peavey Bandit 112 from 1994. With the Sheffield 1230 speaker, which is its stock speaker. Features solid state power, the early pre-named trans tube type circuitry to give you a tube sound with the solid state reliability, and an Accutronics spring reverb. Let's fire it up and give it a test. Okay, so our amp is all cleaned up, any repairs needed, and we are good to go. We're going to start on the normal channel with very little volume turned up because this camera can't handle it. Our EQ is currently set to flat. Let's kick in the bright switch. Works properly. Let's try our low. So we'll go to no lows. Mids, minimum mids, maximum mids, and highs, none, and maximum. And then we have presence. We'll turn that down to nothing, and turn it up to maximum. So on our clean channel, everything is good to go. We'll check the reverb here, put that at half. Good. So next we'll go to the high gain channel, which is this clicker switch right there. And we'll give it a little bit of post, keep the volume down, and then we'll bring up our gain. Keeping the volume very low for the sake of this poor camera. We have on this area, we have a switch, or a shift, excuse me, which probably moves the mids. I have to look at the manual. And then we have an extra gain, so we can get more gain out of it. And let's just check our EQ, so we'll take bass down to nothing, bass up to maximum. That makes a huge difference. Mids down to nothing, mids up to maximum. While we're here, let's try this shift switch. Yeah, that's a mid shift. It pushes the mids from like a lower mids to an upper mid, so it kind of would move it where it is on the spectrum. And then our highs. So that's good, everything's working properly. And then we'll try to kick the switch in for more gain. That's working just fine. High gain is enough to irritate my poor guitar. So yeah, everything is doing what it should. All functions are good. I think we're in a good way now. And these amps are notorious for having ridiculous, crazy amounts of volume if you need it. We're definitely not using that for the sake of our little bitty camera, but everything is good to go on this amplifier. Thanks for watching and have a great day.